Alright, so at UFC 308, Ilia Topuria knocked out Max Holloway, and a lot of people are calling for this fight at 155, Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria, such as Lucas Tracy, for example, has been calling for this fight quite a lot. And I want to talk about this fight. Let me know who you'd pick in that fight, whether it's Islam Makhachev or Ilia Topuria. And while you're down there, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe. We're close to 330 subs, I believe. But let me get into it, because look, this fight is not close. I don't know why we're pretending it is, okay? Ilia Topuria, you look at his training camp, for example, like this guy's sipping wine, he's calling out Conor McGregor, like what is he even doing, okay? Islam Makhachev, I eat, I sleepy, I train. Like, it's just not close, bro. It's just not close at all, okay? And look, bro, like, it's not the best training camp. Obviously, there's always the Shamil Gaziev training camp where, you know, you do 5 reps of KFC, 3 reps of Taco Bell, and then you're 3 reps of McDonald's, you know. Your choice of fast food, really, but it's like, no, I'm joking, but, you know, this fight is pretty close, okay? I would be picking Islam Makhachev for 3 main reasons that I will go through now. And my first reason being size, okay? Because Ilia Topuria, he's not even necessarily a big featherweight, okay? He's kind of just like average size featherweight. And, you know, you had guys like Volkanovski and, you know, Max Holloway. You know, Volkanovski was like 200 pounds at one point. Max Holloway, you know, he's very tall for the division. It's like, you know, these guys are big, you know, featherweight. So they can go up and it's, you know, basically fine. But look, Ilia Topuria is not really that big, and he's talking about going up to welterweight and lightweight and whatever. But like, you know, he's just saying that, okay? Because realistically, a guy like Islam, who's literally the size of a welterweight, okay, and who literally could go up to middleweight as well, because he's that big, okay, pause. But he, you know, he's a huge lightweight. He's massive for the weight class, you know, bro. He's huge for the weight class, man. How does he even make weight, bro? You know. And Ilia Topuria is going to be so undersized, which leads to my next point, which is the grappling, okay? Islam Makhachev is such a like a way better grappler than Ilia Topuria. Okay, people gas up the Ilia Topuria ground game like crazy, saying, "Bro, this guy's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, man. He's actually gonna be so good, bro." Okay, he's not gonna be able to compete with Islam in the grappling. I'm telling you right now, if this fight ever happens, Ilia Topuria is not going to be able to grapple with Islam. It's gonna literally look like night and day when they fight each other. Okay, on the ground. Like, bro, it's just not close. Like, I don't know what else to say. Ilia Topuria struggled so hard to even take Max Holloway's back, which he didn't even do, okay? Because he wasn't even able to lock in the body triangle. Which, bro, a guy like Islam is going to be doing that immediately. Even a guy like Bilal, bro. Bilal is like... Those guys from Dagestan are doing that immediately, okay? Well, meanwhile, Ilia Topuria is like struggling to barely even hold down Max Holloway, and he wasn't even able to do it successfully, okay? He didn't have any success on the ground against Max Holloway. And it's like the grappling difference is crazy. It's like the skill level on the ground, on top of the size advantage, is going to be huge for Islam, obviously. Islam is going to be able to do a lot to Ilia on the ground. And obviously that's given that he's able to take him down, which I think he will be, because the Team Khabib game plan is going to be very good. Okay, this is like my third reason. I think this is going to be the most strongest one, because Ilia is reckless, okay? He's going in there, he's throwing the big meat hooks like this, bro. Okay, literally zero game plan half the time. Obviously he has good fight IQ, he's very smart with what he does, but he's still... You know, he's kind of reckless with it. He's kind of Dricus du Plessis with it. But, you know, if Islam Makhachev and his team are able to capitalize on these mistakes and make a game plan, because Team Khabib, bro, Khabib is going to be looking at these mistakes, the mistakes that he's making against Volkanovski. He's going to be seeing that jab. He's going to be seeing with the way Ilia Topuria, and this, I think this is going to be a big thing. And low-key, I think Islam might head kick Ilia Topuria if they fought, because look, Ilia Topuria was like ducking his head like this, side to side. He was going very low. He was going very low with his head, left and right, and it's like, bro, Islam Makhachev, I think a big thing would be a jab, and then they'll keep jabbing Ilia Topuria, because he has a huge problem with that, okay? It's very clear with his last 2 fights. The jab has been a huge issue. If he's able to keep jabbing Ilia Topuria and make him use his head movement, and then boom, just left high kick, just, you know, knock him out cold, I think that's a game plan Team Khabib is going to be trying to, you know, implement, along with other things, because he's very reckless. I think if Team Khabib, you know, I'm kind of glazing Khabib right now, bro. He's actually the GOAT game planner when you really look at it. But I think he's going to be seeing some of the things that Ilia Topuria does, and he's going to, you know, try and see which mistakes Ilia Topuria is going to make for Islam to shoot a takedown. And I think that's going to be a huge thing. I think the game plan is going to be a huge thing. And on top of that, look, Ilia Topuria here has crazy power. I'm not going to, like, you know, I'm kind of saying that Ilia Topuria, you know, is not going to be able to stand with Makhachev or whatever. He's just not going to be a close fight. But it is, okay, because Ilia Topuria has insane power. His striking is really good. I don't know if he will be able to outstrike Islam Makhachev necessarily, but I think his power is going to be a huge issue. But at the same time, a lot of people are forgetting that Islam Makhachev has, you know, like the highest significant strike defense. I think it was in the UFC or UFC history at one point. Like, bro, this guy had like 1 or 2 significant strikes per minute absorbed. It was like crazy, okay? Like, bro, Islam Makhachev's defense is very, very good, okay? And especially against a guy like Ilia Topuria, who, isn't really even that accurate, okay? Like, this guy's just kind of swinging big meat hooks, like I said. Like, it's not really, like, that crazy, like, in terms of, like, his accuracy. So I think Islam Makhachev is going to be able to defend pretty well. Now, this fight is very close. I would be going with Islam by probably a round 3 KO or submission. Like I said, I think that jab high kick would be very useful for Islam. On top of that, the wrestling is going to be very useful. I think he might be able to tire Ilia out and maybe like submit him or ground and pound him or something. But now, back to what I said for people calling for the fight, such as Lucas Tracy. Do I think this fight will even ever happen? And I'm not going to lie, probably not. Okay, this fight is probably not going to happen. And look, bro, okay, this fight is kind of too good to be true, to be honest. Like, this fight is insane. This fight is an incredible fight. Okay, Ilia Topuria, a guy who's, what is he, like 14-0? Okay, this crazy power, good jiu-jitsu, incredible striking. Then you have Islam Makhachev, who's like possibly the greatest fighter of all time. Okay, maybe not the GOAT, but in terms of the best fighter of all time, like, Islam Makhachev is probably him. I mean, the guy is like a top 3 striker and a top 3 grappler at the same time. Who else has even done that except Shamil Gaziev? Like, who else has even done that? Again, nobody, bro. Nobody has achieved the same level of striking, especially the same, like, elite skill. Because you can say John Jones, you can say GSP, but realistically, Islam is a way better grappler and a striker than both those guys, okay? Like, it's incredible what this guy's able to do. But it's like, this fight, I just don't think it's ever going to happen, okay? Because Ilia Topuria, I think Ilia Topuria is probably the biggest issue with this fight that's going to lead to it not being able to happen, because this guy has too many contenders in this division. Okay, this is what happens when you don't want to fight any of them, is they all build up and now you have to fight all of them like almost at the same time. You can't really do stuff like move up, because look, he has Diego Lopez, who's a #1 contender. Then you have Volkanovski, who is the next #1 contender. Like, he's definitely going to fight next. It's confirmed by Dana White. And then you have, Aljo Movsar, which by the time you fight Diego Lopez and Alexander Volkanovski, you're gonna probably have one of them as a #1 contender. And like, bro, I just think Dana's probably gonna want to do Diego Lopez fight because that's a really entertaining one. Diego Lopez is a huge fan favorite, and on top of that, Islam Makhachev, all he has is Arman Tsarukyan, and that's it, which is probably gonna happen the start of next year. And Ilia Topuria is gonna miss his chance, and then Islam's gonna move up. Probably gonna fight Shavkat for the belt if he wins. It kind of depends on whether Shavkat, whoever wins that fight, Shavkat or Bilal. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if Islam fights Bilal, because, bro, no one likes Bilal, okay? Probably not even Islam, okay? This guy's just so annoying. Bro, the vagina just walked in, guys. The vagina just walked in. Like, bro, no one likes Bilal. Nah, I'm joking. But, I think Islam is probably gonna move up if Shavkat wins, and I doubt he's gonna move back down. So I don't know. That's it's a tough one for Ilia Topuria. I really would like to see that fight, but I think Ilia has too many contenders and Islam has none. So, I just don't see any of those, like, I just don't see this fight happening, okay? I don't see any of those fights being missed as well. That's what I was kind of trying to say. Like, I just don't think they're going to skip Diego Lopez and Alexander Volkanovski. And on top of that, I doubt they're going to skip Arman and Islam just to make this fight. Even though they, maybe they should. But, look, that's not my place to say. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about this fight, okay? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I do want to talk about one other thing. Because look, bro, Dana White, because I find this really funny, because I can't just make a whole video about this, but it's really funny, because Dana White is, like, confirming that Umar is next, okay? This guy hates Merab, okay? I don't know why. I love Merab, but Umar's going to smoke this guy. Umar is going to have his way with Merab, and it's just going to be so sad, because, like, Merab worked all this time to get to the belt, and now he's going to get, he's going to get finished by Umar, bro. Umar's gonna have his way with Merab, bro. Merab isn't good at anything, bro. It's so, as much as I love Merab, this guy has no skills, bro. He doesn't... He can't strike, he can't grapple. Like, what is he supposed to do to a guy like Umar, who's like an incredible kickboxer, okay, and an incredible grappler? I don't know, but he's so cooked, because Dana White has confirmed that Umar is next, okay? I don't know why not more people have been talking about this, because, it's kind of unclear who's next, because Merab's been saying Sugar, and then, Sugar Sean O'Malley, obviously, and, what's his name, Davison Figueiredo, if he wins. It's just like, bro, he's been saying that he does not want to fight Umar. Umar's undeserving, even though literally who else is going to have the path to the title that Merab had? Realistically, nobody, bro. Who else is going to fight 3 former champs? Like, maybe like John Jones has done that, Alex Pereira, the 3 former champs being 3 guys who, 4 former champs. No, never mind. Forget that one. But I can't remember all the former champs that Alex Pereira's fought. It's quite a lot. But still, Merab, this guy had a crazy fight, run to the title. Like, I don't know why this guy thinks that that's ever going to be repeated. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe.